And Richard, when I do my intro, do you want me to say when I turn it over to you for Richard and Tim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's probably easier if I just speak. I'm going to keep it very short.
Got it.
It might say something inappropriate.
Yeah, don't trust me, Rick.
Can't be trusted.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to take us live. I'm going to say a couple words and then tell everyone we're going to wait a couple more minutes for more to join us. But our mics will be hot in about 10 seconds.
Okay.
Everyone ready?
Yep, ready.
Great.
The broadcast is now starting. All attendees.
Hello and welcome everyone to our webinar on transactional liability insurance. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Kristen Stiegel and I manage events here at Axial. I'm very excited today to introduce you to Richard French and Tim Crawley of the Howden Broking Group, as well as Dan McGrath of Malloy Risk Services, experts on transactional liability insurance. Before we begin today's presentation, I would like to give a very quick overview of Axial. Axial operates the most active online network for professionals who operate, advise, finance, and acquire private companies. Each week, more than 200 private companies confidentially connect with more than 13,000 different financial intermediaries, capital providers, and strategic acquirers. Professionals join Axial to expand their network, confidentially source and share opportunities, and gain access to capital, advice, and relationships to help them and their organizations succeed. For today's webinar, Richard, Tim, and Dan will present an overview of transactional liability insurance, how it can help you close your next deal, and examples of its use. Finally, please feel free to send any and all questions you have throughout the presentation via your question box. We will leave time at the end of the presentation to address these questions. And now I'll turn the presentation over to Dan.
Thank you, Kristen. My name is Dan McGrath. I'm the COO of Malloy Risk Services. We're a retail insurance brokerage based in Princeton, New Jersey. We focus in technology, life science, hedge fund, private equity, and VC industry sectors. And I'm going to now turn it over to Richard and Tim at Howden.
Hello, my name is Richard French and I run the transactional liability team here at Howden. We're a global broker with 1,500 employees around the world, and the team that I sit in specialises in the alternative investment industry with a 40% share of the UK private equity market.
Thank you, Richard. To give some quick background, transactional liability insurance, also known as M&A insurance, it isn't a new product. It has its roots in the late 1990s, early 2000s. A decade ago, however, the policies were rarely purchased, primarily due to the complexity of the insurance contract itself and lack of awareness. Times have changed, and transactional liability insurance is being utilized internationally by buyers and sellers alike in order to help mitigate the uncertainties associated with reps and warranties and to get the deal done. With that quick background, let's get started, dig into the nuts and bolts of transactional liability insurance. Richard, transactional liability insurance is basically a general name for two types of M&A related insurance products. Can you walk us through briefly what exactly transactional liability insurance